Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello, dear students. We started our revision, or we can say the enrichment of our units. We recalled in the first part, or in the first lesson of the enrichment, the different phrases, the different structures that we had in the conversation lessons. We had the real talk. We just revised very quickly the basic ideas that we had in the reading lessons and also in the writing lessons. So we are going to move on with something else. We have here our units as usual. We are going to just pass by them. Now, remember that we are going to review and enrich what we have studied. So moving on to our 4 units, just to revise in general, we are going to focus this time on language. Now, specifically in language, we are going to just go back to vocabulary building. Now, I'm going to take you back to the very start of our book, which is Magagol 3. Now, at the very beginning, if you recall that we thought about the meaning of building vocabulary. Now, the reason that I am taking you back is just to now evaluate yourselves and see, have you done and accomplished the task here, which is to build your vocabulary. Now, we said that we have here building. The vocabulary building is the same meaning. As you are building your words together, they are the same as if you are just building a building here. Now, how high has your building reached so far? Now, put in mind that we are also going to learn more vocabulary in Unit 2, or sorry, in the second semester, and also in the third semester. So be sure that your building is strong and you have many words you have learned, and there are types of vocabulary. Of course, we know that we classified a lot. We had verbs, nouns, adjectives. Now, just make sure that your vocabulary is correct. We are going to connect our vocabulary with these words. We have success, we have here also value, and we have here to be creative. Now we are going to go back again to our unit, which is Unit 1. We have here 2 is better than 1, which we had the vocabulary check. Now on page number 7, if you recall that we had the words. Now just to recall with me, what are the words? We have the first one, devoted, pioneer. We have number 3, reliable. We have number 4, extensive, legendary, and aviation. So I'm going to just give you short hints here. We have here, we said that Marie Curie devoted herself to her science. Also, we mentioned pioneer. For example, we said that some companies are the pioneers in some products. Moving on, we had also the word reliable. Now, reliable, we said that, for example, Ahmed is reliable or is a reliable person. People count on him. Moving on, we have the word extensive. Do you remember the word extensive? We said that scientists do extensive studies to protect the environment. Also, we have here the word legendary. Now, legendary, we can say, for example, that King Abdulaziz is a legendary figure. And coming to our last word, aviation. Now, aviation, we said that we have aviation is a fascinating topic. So these are the words that we studied in the first lesson, which is in the listen and discuss lesson here. Now, we had the exercise. Of course, devoted means dedicated. Pioneer, you can just recall the answers. We have here a person who starts or is involved in something new. Reliable, trusted to work well. We have here extensive, which means something that covers a wide range, as you can see from the picture. And we have here legendary, like King Abdulaziz is someone who's famous. And we have here the last one, aviation, is airplane and manufacture, development, and design. Now, we are going to see what we have also in the unit. We have here on page number 11, what did we study? The rest of the vocabulary that we had here in the vocabulary building lesson, we studied compensate, deficiencies, fearsome, invaluable, and if you recall, predators. Now these words here we matched, and we said that we have here the word compensate. I'm going to just show you the pictures so you can just refresh your memories of their meanings. Invaluable, and we have, okay, so these are predators as we mentioned in our lessons. Now going back to the exercise, you can just do the exercise with me here. Now we have the first one, compensate. Now we said that compensate, yes, we have here to overcome a weakness with strength. Deficiencies, ways in which something lacks what it needs. We have here fearsome, B, causing great fear. Invaluable, we have here extremely valuable, and predators, if you remember, animals that live by hunting others. Moving on to our second unit, Unit 2, we also took lots of new words. We have here on page number 21. Now in the vocabulary check, we had the first word, you can see, just read the words with me. We have, check your pronunciation. Okay, so we took 5 words. And here we're going to check them together. We have the first one. Now excel, we related it to the word excellent. We have the second one. We have here name, honor, or someone who is renowned. We said that someone is prominent. We have also this picture. Which word can you associate with the word poor? We have the word impoverished. We have also someone who is distinguished or notable. And we have also, okay, we have the third or the last word, that you are going to give something to someone else. What did we say? You are a person who likes to give or to help other people. Now we said we had also the word, as we have here, helper, well-doer, or we can say philanthropist. On page number 21, we had the words. Okay, if you just recall the exercise here, now just to check your answers and make sure that you are on the right track here. We have the first one. Not only was Eric an excellent student, but he excelled. He has a reputation for being one of the greatest neurosurgeons. My professor is we can say, yes, a prominent economist. The charity I donate to helps to build schools in impoverished areas. And the last one, if you recall, businessman and philanthropist Sulaiman Rajhi. Now just to move on, we have here the vocabulary building on page number 25. Now just revise the pictures that we have here. What did we say about the pictures? Now what are the words that are mentioned in the vocabulary building lesson? Now what do we have here? We have the first one in alphabetical order. Now there is the word assets. Which one is connected to it? We have also. Now if you can just recall the meanings, we have here comply with. We have also dispute. Also endowment. We have also the word founder. And as we have the example, King Abdulaziz Al Saud is the founder of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Hurdle, implement, and the last word that is mentioned in our lesson is renowned. Now we have here, these are the words that are mentioned. We have in the lesson here. And you can see that we had the exercise also done. Now for extras, we do have a new exercise here. We're going to just do it together. Now we have the first one is done for us. We have here charity. What is the meaning of charity? Now let's just read the words together. Most of them are familiar. We have the word charity. We did not study it as vocabulary, but we did mention it a lot throughout the unit. We have the word excelled, founded. Of course, we took the word founder, and we have here founded. Impoverished. We have also philanthropist. We have number 5, prominent. And we have 6, reasonable, which is actually a little bit new here. It was mentioned in the discussion. We have reputation, and we have the last word, which is wealth. So 3 words here are mentioned within the discussion, but now we are going to match with a definition. Now note that the listen and discuss lesson, the vocabulary was done in blanks, but there were no specific definitions for them. So this is a chance just to make sure that you know the correct meaning for them. We have the first one, very poor. Now when we say that someone is poor, and there is someone who is very poor, now we can connect it to the word impoverished. Someone, as we mentioned, well known or respected. Now from the words that we have here, we have founded, prominent, philanthropist. If someone is well known and respected, we can say that he is or she is prominent. Not too expensive. Now, which one of these words goes with the word we have here, not too expensive? Now, it is good, it's not very expensive, and it's not very cheap, so it is reasonable. Now, did very well is a way to say that someone excelled. The opinion others have about something. Now, the name of the opinion here, we can see that we have here founded, we have philanthropist, we have reputation, and wealth. Now, which one of these words can match with the opinion that you can have about someone else? So we can here match it with reputation. A large amount of money. You have 3 words left. So which one is associated with a large amount of money? And if you guessed wealth, it is correct. Started and supported an organization. So started or supported an organization or started a project, for example, is a person who is the founder or he or she founded. Leading us to the last word, philanthropist, we match with H, which is a person that gives a lot of money for good causes. So we said a well-doer or a helper. Now we have these words are the new part, or actually they are not the new part, but the new definitions that we can just connect and relate to the words that we have learned. And you can also just match them and go back to connect them with the words that we already have studied and we already know the meanings of, which are here in our unit. Now in the book you can see that we have here the word renowned. Now we passed by renowned several times now. We can see that the meaning is someone who is known or respected. And actually it is easy to connect renowned with the word known. We have here number 2, to comply with something. It is easy to just connect it with the meaning G, which is to be in accordance or agreement with. So here you can just connect it with agree with something. We have hurdle. Now if you can also recall the word hurdle, when we explained it, and I told you that when you pronounce the hurdle here, the R is a bit heavy here, as we took in the pronunciation in unit 1. So as you can just face a little bit difficulty when you pronounce the word hurdle, you can just remember that the meaning of hurdle is actual facing something difficult or facing some kind of problems, or as we can see in E, which is an obstacle or a problem or a difficulty. We have number 4, implement. Now implement is B, to put into practice or to make changes. Now implement here, you can just imagine that you have here a kind of plan that is implemented. You can just connect your words and vocabulary together. After that we have here the word founder. Now founder, we did mention it, and we said that someone who starts an organization or a group. We have here, it is going to be, of course, we have here with H, which is person or people that establish an organization or group. After that, we have here the word endowment, D. Now, endowment, we can remember that we have here endowment. Actually, when you give money or you help people, you will help people who are less fortunate than you. So from the word endowment, you just remember that you are giving the less fortunate. After that, we have here the word dispute. Also, the word dispute, you can remember what is the meaning of dispute from the word disagreement. Now you can see that a lot of words, you can just connect them together and remember the meanings of them just by reading the words and focusing on what they have in common. Now this leads us to the last word, which is the word assets. Now assets, you can see that we have here things of value that are owned by a person or an organization. Of course, they can be money, houses, cars, or different things that are owned by the same person or organization, as we mentioned. So we have here lots of words. Now they are many words, but you see that they are easy to recall and remember as long as you are focusing on how you are studying these words. Now these are the words and the vocabulary building lessons that we have here in Unit 1 and Unit 2. In our next lesson, inshallah, we are going to focus on the vocabulary that we have in Units 3 and 4. So be ready.